Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everybody, and welcome to Beyond Standards community. It's your Captain Shanks once again with some more Rise of the Witch King action. And today we're gonna cast the quarterfinals between Andy-san against Imperialist. And I'm not gonna do it alone. We have also Solas here with us. He's gonna be joining the co-commentary. Welcome to the stream, Solas.
Thank you.
And yeah, we're gonna spin our wheel. 1 second, I gotta fix that real quick. Spin the wheel. Need to add it because we had guests in the house. You know, today my daughter has a birthday, and we was celebrating it a bit. I mean, nothing too crazy because she just turned 1 year old, you know. Jungles of Farharat. Okay, we're gonna update that. We're gonna spin our wheel. And the first map is going to be Eastfold in the best of 5 series. We're gonna mute the music. We're gonna jump right into the game. Number 1. Okay. 1 second. So Solas, what do you think about the matchup between those players?
I'm gonna hold back until I see their picks for the faction, I think.
So I'm guessing Andy-san will stick up with the Dwarf faction.
Let's hope so.
Imperialist Revolution is welcome. I mean, Mirakturi and Revolution is welcome to the stream. Ragnarok, welcome as well. Who win? I don't know who's gonna win. We are just about to start with the game number 1. Goblin Stories, Miss Puku, Skippy, in Limbo 52. I would like to do the betting thing, but I didn't have any time. I just came, you know, I just turned on my PC, to be honest. Because today my daughter had birthday and we were celebrating it. That's why. It looks like Imperialist isn't that happy about the map. Hisoka, my man, welcome to the stream. Me too, Eternal, welcome as well. You forgot the good afternoon, Goblin Stories. Danke. Danke für deine Glückwünsche. Multikulti-Stream, by the way. We can do it like English, German, Turkish. Eternal can also join for the French part. Alright, Isengard against Dwarves on the map Eastfold. Solas.
Yes. I think this is a map Andy shouldn't be unhappy about. It has a lot of creeps, it has inns, it is big, a lot of place to hide mine shafts, so I think that's good for him.
Okay. Yeah, let's see.
But I do also think Eisen is the smartest pick for Imperialist here, simply because Creebine are so good to hold off anything that the Dwarf can throw at you in the early game. So we're gonna have to see how that plays out.
Yeah. I would say this is gonna be the most entertaining and interesting quarterfinal game in the tournament. So that's because I didn't want to miss the chance to stream that. And the first map is Eastfold, like mentioned before. On the left side of the map we have the Russian player Imperialist. He's playing Isengard. And on the right side we have the white dwarf player from Portugal, Andy-san. 2 furnace, 2 mineshaft, so nothing too crazy just yet.
Indeed. I'm pretty sure Andy's gonna start hikes here. He always does that. He's not the Guardian Rush type of guy. And the second builder is moving towards the northwest right now. So I'm guessing either the Troll or a Work lair.
Thank you, Hisoka, my friend, for that. Yeah, what do you think about the War Chant pick? Would you pick War Chant or would you pick Creebine? against dwarves early on.
I actually think against dwarves, even if you do an Uruk start, it doesn't really matter because both powers work just fine against dwarves. I think War Chant is a bit more flexible because you can also attack buildings with it with more damage, so that's okay.
So he's gonna do the same. He's gonna do the thing that Solas was predicting. We're gonna get some pikes on the field, and he's looking for creep. And Uruk-hai gonna be on the field from the Isengard's player. And Andy-san is already making pretty nice use of the side lines on the right and on the left, or on the top and on the bottom. Depends on how you want to see the map.
Yeah, it's pretty impossible for Eisen to get rid of every potential mineshaft here that Andy is setting up. He's gonna do it from two sides, it seems. The question is if he wants to creep a second layer before he attacks, or if he goes in with something like 3 battalions. The longer he waits, the riskier it becomes, obviously.
Yeah, he was able to creep this already. Now he's getting a mineshaft close to the Isengard's player. And now we're gonna get some guardians on the field. Where are the Uruk-hai going actually? They're gonna use this pathway. And the second Uruk pit is already coming up on the field, Solas. What do you think about that? Is this not too early?
Not really. It's definitely unusual, but you can afford it. I think he's a bit afraid of Andy, of the rushes, so he wants extra units out. But he's gonna get caught completely off guard here. And he's already coming.
Also smart move here from Andy-san, building a wall hub here. Close to the mineshaft.
Yes. Preemptively.
Rallying call ability has been used from Andy-san, from the dwarf player. Remember, both the factions were pre-picked from the players. And the Isengard player should be able to take down this mineshaft, which is good. But will he be able to defend himself? That's gonna be the question. I don't think so. I think this is gonna go down as well.
Yes. Now, one thing that worries me a bit is that Andy has queued up 2 more guardians, no pikes, which means the only thing he can do after this is attack more and more and not get any more creep money or anything, which I think is the safer thing to do. So that's a bit, you know, everything in one basket from Andy. If the next attack is going to be defended well from Eisen, then he's suddenly not in such good position anymore.
Yeah. So it's quite open still. Everything is gonna be possible. In the meantime, we're gonna keep an eye on the power points and on the command points. The Isengard's player Imperialist is sitting on 350 command points. He has 2 power points collected after having War Chant. And on the other side, we have 500 command points available for the white dwarf player Andy-san. He has almost 3 power points unlocked for himself in the game number 1.
I find Andy's decision making very interesting here. I'm curious what triggers him to attack in these situations and what not. Because he already has 3 guardians that he could go in with right now, but he decides not to. So I'm not sure what he's waiting for that tells him he wants to attack.
Yeah. But there are also a lot of units from the Isengard's player, so I think he is actually predicting attack from the dwarf player. What's gonna happen here? We have 2 crossbowmen. They are putting in some nice work. The Guardians are trying their hardest to reach to the backline. Now he needs to micro away with those crossbowmen. In the meantime, Uruk-hai against Guardians. Uruk-hai are a bit stronger in the hold ground stance and in the shield wall formation. They are quite tanky and really hard to take down. So this is looking good for Isengard. What do you think, Solas?
Yes, for sure. The only thing that, what Andy should do right now while something like this is happening is creeping. But he's doing it now at the war player. He has some pikes, but why not a troll? Why not get hobbits, you know?
Yeah.
So this is exactly what I said. If Andy commits to a second big attack, and Isengard defended well, which he did, now Andy is suddenly in a lot of trouble.
At the same time, he's creeping on the bottom side, the Wargliar. Both the trolls are still available, as well as this Wargliar around this side on the right. And great defense in the previous fight from the Isengard player Imperialist. And now he has suddenly a lead. He has Creebine unlocked. Warchant is gonna be available for the next attack as well. 550 command points available for the Russian player. On the other side, Andy-san is having only 4.5 power points available, as well as 500 command points. And now Isengard is gonna go for a counter attack. Let's see how much damage he will be able to deal. I mean, with the Creebine being around, he's gonna definitely have an advantage in the next battle.
Yeah, he's gonna destroy him. Like, it's not even gonna be close with those two buffs. And he has Brand, but Brand needs like 2 shots to kill Uruks with Warchant at least, so
yeah,
the game might just end here.
Yeah, Warchant ability has been used. Remember, Creebine is gonna be active as well. We don't have many units on the fields. We have 2 battalions of Guardians. Warchant ability has been used on them, in Rallying Call. But Creebine will be used for the debuff. And yeah, it's gonna hurt him a lot.
If the game was a bit closer, I'd criticize Imperialist for going for the haul and not just for all the eco, but he can get away with it right now, so...
Yeah. So far, great performance in the game number 1 from the Russian player Imperialist. The last Russian player in the tournament. But remember, we have at least 2 more games to go in the best of 5 series. There is someone who is called DJ Solas in the chat. Solas, is this you?
Nope.
Okay, rebuild ability will be used from the dwarf player, and it's a nice slam shot ability from King Brand.
Pretty good.
With that being said, he should be able to keep this Hall of the Warriors alive. He is not out of the game, at least for now. But the next attack is gonna be even harder to defend. There are barely any units left from the dwarf player. And he has actually still 525 command points available. He was also able to creep the troll at the top side.
Yes.
Do you think he can come back from this situation?
Well, he's so far been pretty lucky that many of his mineshafts on the sides survived. Even the one that is very close to Imperialist's base is still up.
Yeah, this one.
I don't know if that's enough, but he's gonna get hobbits, so that's something. And Brand against a pure Uruk playstyle can actually get a lot of value, so let's see how Imperialist handles this.
He has Lords on the field though, for the counter. But
Yes.
he needs to get first level 4, obviously. Level 1 is not gonna be that effective against Brand, who is almost level 4. During the last fight, Isengard was able to get 6 power points for himself after having Creebine and Warchant. He's sitting currently on 725 command points. And on the other side, Rebuild was forced to be picked to keep this Hall of Warriors alive, as you saw. Rallying Call, on top of that, 3.5 power points and 525 command points available for the player from Portugal.
Now that I'm looking at this, I actually think Andy can still make something out of this, because a level 1 Lurtz is not that scary yet, especially if Brand is already leveled.
Yeah.
And... well, the buffs aren't ready yet, which is always the better situation for Eisen, so if he gets a good slam shot here, let's see.
Lurtz is in the army, taking down the Guardians. Nice micro here from Imperialist. He's trying to oh, wait. Oh, not the best, not the worst.
I don't know what Lurtz was doing there. He's still level 1 in melee against Guardians. That's not what you want to do.
Yeah, just keep your range like he does now, but he's quite low now. Now he needs to be super careful. In the meantime, we fight for the map control as well.
This is a good situation as long as there's Uruks with no buff, because Brand can just get free damage. And now there's some hobbits joining, so this is a good fight for Andy, I think.
Yeah, now Rallying Call ability has been used on the hobbits as well. And the Isengard player was using the Warchants, but only for the Urukai in the front. The crossbowmen in the back are still without buff. Crebind will be used once again from the Isengard's player for the debuff. But like Solas was saying, King Brand is putting in some nice work and is level 5 now, by the way.
Good slam shot incoming on the crossbows, I think.
Do it. He's going for it. Oh, that's gonna be big. That's gonna be big. Ooh, beautiful. Half of, yeah, almost an entire battalion gone there, which is great. And we have Wark Riders on the field from the Isengard.
Has to get out of here now.
Oh, he's going for an attack. Wildman of Dunland special summon. There is no defense at all. But Guardians are coming out of the Hall of Warriors just in time. Forge Work is coming up. We might see some battle wagons if he can survive the attack. Because he's gonna lose this one. Was King Brand actually able to get away? Nah.
Yes.
Or?
Yes. He's at home now.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
I'm actually not a huge fan of that Wildman summon here. Doesn't achieve very much, and Imperialist sacrifices Devastation for that, which would have given him a big lead ahead. So, yeah, a lot of little opportunities for Andy to get back here, I think.
Yeah, I think he was just able to take down one Mineshaft, which is not a big deal for a 10 power point special summon. Lurtz is also now level 3, which is good for the Isengard's player. Remember, once he gets level 5, you will have the leadership. And with level 4, you will be unlocking the cripple ability. That's when King Brand needs to watch out. Slam shot is incoming. Nice one.
Oh, nice. If Andy is lucky now, his wagon will arrive at this fight just in time before the pikes come to reinforce this.
Let's see.
It's probably a bit too late.
Lurtz is taking damage here from King Brand, by the way. Needs to run away. He's quite low. We don't want to lose him. He's almost level 4. And Battle Wagon is coming.
The Hobbits in the north are doing a great job. They just killed an entire Warg Rider battalion. They're keeping this spot alive for Andy.
Oh, this Battle Wagon. The pikemen are still so far in the back. Oh my god, this is gonna be fiesta. So let's look at that.
Yep.
Holy crap. That was a beautiful micro here from the Dwarf player, but also a bit sloppy from the Isengard's player. He was not getting those pikes fast enough. Another Slam Shot will be used, but he needs to peel away. Like mentioned before, nice surrounding game with the Guardian in the back. What do you think about Palantir here? Chase
I
Brand,
don't know.
I think.
That doesn't really make a lot of sense right now. Also, normally I would criticize Andy for not getting banners on the wagon, but I think in this scrappy situation it's okay to get, to make the wagon its own unit, to let it do damage by itself.
Nice jump, and Lurtz might be in trouble. Yeah, Lurtz is gonna go down here. Or finish him. Go for him.
He will.
Yeah, he will. He knows that he can't get away. And King Brand was able to get the kill, which gets him to level 7 and unlocks the Beast Slayer Arrow.
Jesus.
What do you think about Beast Slayer Arrow in this matchup? It's not gonna be super effective, or?
It's still okay versus heroes. You normally really never see it this early. Like, this just goes to show how much Imperialist has fed Andy so far.
Yeah.
And also, I have to say, Imperialist really did everything to let Andy back in this game, I think, in a lot of regards. Wasted Wildman summon, Lurtz died, Brand leveling, all that stuff.
Yeah, and also this Battle Wagon almost level 4. Just for you to imagine how many units he was already able to kill with this one Battle Wagon battalion. And yeah, we have another one on the fields. As we've seen that a couple of times also in the round of 16, but also in the group stage. And he likes to get Men of Dale special summon, Men of Dale upgrades for the Battle Wagon. Hobbit special summon in the meantime. What do you think about this Hobbit special summon? Was it necessary though? Nice slam shot again here.
I see why he does it, because otherwise Uruk's just running around, very hard to deal with. He's minimizing the damage this way. I agree with it.
On the bright side for Isengard, he has currently 1000 command points available, but he keeps losing units, and he keeps giving Andy-san a great opportunity to actually come back. I would still say that this game is quite open. Everything can still be done. What do you think? Or would you say that Andy-san has the control of the game right now?
He has the upper hand as far as army value is concerned. If you look at all the unit types that Eisen has right now, none of these are a threat. I think Brand plus the 2 battle wagons could already kill half of his army right now, so he really needs to get some more value in this army right now.
We have Lords back on the fields. Lords level 5 could be actually quite useful for Isengard.
Yes.
Because he would have the leadership advantage. King Brand is quite powerful, but he does not give any leadership to the units. The Battle Wagon in the meantime putting in some nice work. Oh, one has been taken down.
That's painful.
Okay, interesting rallying call ability on the Guardians in the back. Still the Guardians in the front, and the Pikemen were not able to receive the buff for themselves. And Isengard is peeling away. He's looking to group. He has Warchant and Creevine almost, available, as well as almost the Wildman of Dunland special summon. Dwarven Riches was actually used, Solas, which is necessary, right? In this matchup.
Yes, I think so. You could argue if you go for a barrage and you hit an army that's as big as Imperialist's army right now, that's also worth it, but you can't count on that, so Riches is definitely the best choice here.
Okay, we have a fight here. And cripple ability has been used. Now, will he be able to take him down? That's the question. Slam shot ability was used on Lords. Battle wagons are joining the battlefield using the oil barrels. Lord is going ham using his Carnage ability. In the meantime, Sharku is trying to take down this mineshaft on the bottom right side. And we have small fights going on here between Warg Riders and the Hobbits. Crippler is still active. Lords is finally level 5. That's gonna unlock his leadership ability. But the question is, can King Brand get away? Because the cripple was used a couple of seconds ago. It should be go off soon. Yeah, now he should be just running away. He won't be able to run away at this point. And has been taken down. That was a good fight for the Isengard player. And Devastation in the meantime was picked and used as well. Interesting. We have third Uruk pit coming up on the field, by the way. Solas, what do you think? Three Uruk pits and a clan steeding level 2. And a Warg pit level 2.
I think he can afford it. That's okay. The thing is, well, with Lurtz, it's good now. I'm just thinking, those 3 battle wagons, they're still gonna be a pain for him. And it's also good for Andy that he goes for the Men of Dale upgrade, because it doesn't really get affected that much by the Creebane ability, which is so dominating in this matchup.
Yeah, but there is a huge army from Isengard now, with the buff from leadership, with the leadership from Lurtz, Wildman of Dunland is ready for the next fight as well. And Charku gonna be good against battle wagons as well, or not?
If he gets close, yes.
But by the way, where is Charku? I don't see him on the map.
Yeah, looks like he died.
It looks like he died. Yeah, we missed that one. 3 battle wagons. They gotta be careful though. There is, but nice micro. They are able to shoot while they are running around, which is good with the Man of Dale upgrade. The extrovers are putting in some nice work as well on the mineshaft.
Oh, he needs to throw a barrel right now. He's so clumped up.
Imagine a slam shot there. Okay.
Oh, good trample.
Palantir has been used. Wildman of Dunland special summon offensively. I don't know about that. The battle wagons are just gonna go back and deal with them. There is no defense, there is no backup for the Wildman. This is a questionable move here from the Isengard player. Suicide, actually. Completely wasted, I would say. But in the meantime, he's actually winning that fight.
Yeah, I would really like to see the oil barrel used a bit earlier here. Because he had a sandwich on that army going on, so Isengard couldn't have dodged it very easily.
Okay, Lurtz needs to be careful. King Brand is back on the field. Was using his Beast Slayer arrow on the Lurtz. Who's taking a lot of damage. Maybe Slam Shot could be enough to finish him off, but he didn't go for it.
Well, the wagons can chase him down, I think.
Yeah. They are shooting at him actually from a big range. Look at that.
Yes.
Yeah, crazy. Lurtz has been taken down. Leadership is gone from the Urukai. Now they are like gonna be paper. And Slam Shot incoming. Ooh, that was a beautiful Slam Shot. Holy shit. Nice one from Andy-san. And we are actually seeing a great comeback, but also a big throw from the Russian player Imperialist. He had a massive lead, but as Sola said before, he was just giving all the opportunities and chances for Andy-san to come back into the game by feeding him, giving him power points, letting him, you know, build up a big army, and especially feeding this King Brand, who was a really big tool, which helped Andy a lot to come back into the game. And now he has the control of the game, kinda.
Oh, look who's there for Andy.
Oh?
Do you see him?
Yeah, Gimli. There we go. Beautiful. Gimli, it is the first time in the tournament, by the way, so far. We didn't see Gimli before. Or did we? Maybe one game also from Andy-san. Nice extra ability. Sharku is back doing nothing, is being level 3. The troll is still remaining on the field, but besides that, all the creeps are gone. And this game will last actually a bit longer, in my opinion. Rain has been picked, Freezing Rain. What do you think about that?
Terrible choice, because Andy has no leadership source anyway. And he could have picked Fuel the Fires instead. So, yeah, terrible.
Yo ho ho ho. Morgoth009 just became a pirate.
Also, the big theme of this game for now is Andy just having such cost-efficient units and Imperialist building a lot of not so great units. So it's really a quantity versus quality fight so far, and Andy's getting the better end of it in the long run, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. So far, all the fights went actually very good for Andy-san. By the way, thank you so much for the follow, Morgoth009, and guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your nice words, Eternal.
Oh, watch the north. That's gonna be a massacre if Andy brings his heroes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just... Okay, the tower was enough, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like it's... Remember, he has also rebuilds, just in case. Freezing Rain, which is gonna, you know, make the units weaker. 25. It's like active Creebine for like... How many minutes does it last? That's the question.
5? Not sure.
So 5 minutes long Creebine is flying around, basically. And negating all the leadership, but there is no leadership on the side from the Dwarf player anyway. And Gimli is almost level 2, which is gonna unlock his leap attack ability, which is gonna be good against the massive units. But I would say that, you know, Isengard is still looking strong.
Yes, because he's playing decently. Oh, wagon down.
Yeah, level 5 battle wagon. Oh, that feels bad, man. Rain has been used from the Isengard's player. This fight should be won by him.
Oh yes. No hobbits in the tower.
Yeah.
That would have helped.
Ooh, never mind. Look at that. Barish ability will be used to deal with the army. Isengard has obviously still the upper hand economy-wise. We have still full command points available for the green Isengard player from Russia. We're gonna see a leap attack here from Gimli. Beautiful, getting level 3. These are the power points from the Isengard player. On top of that, he was able to collect almost 10 power points for himself. Has a really great resource income also with the Devastation now being available. And he's gonna get the upgrades now. He already purchased the heavy armor and the forge blades. And is just about to purchase the fire arrow upgrade as well. And Andy is struggling, has only 500 command points available. Has just picked the heal. Was used on the Gimli. Will he be able to get away? That's the question. Maybe use extra. Oh, they are really clumped.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. Run for your life, my old bearded friends. But now he's overcommitting the Isengard player. And this Gimli is a survivor. He will get away. With the help of the heal ability, obviously. But, you know, just keep an eye on the map control. Isengard has just so much resource income. Yes, he was making a big mistake, you know, giving a lot of chances. But he had always the map control. He had always the resource income he needed in order to replace those units he kept losing. And now with the upgrades, they're gonna be even stronger.
Yes, the quantity versus quality thing is pretty much gone now that Eisen has upgrades and Andy has only one wagon left, I think.
Yeah.
Not sure what he's aiming for now. He has everything in the mines.
He has also 2,000 resources. But he can't really make much because he's almost capped, almost.
Yeah, I would just get every hero at this point if I was him. That's always the best choice in desperate times, I think.
Yeah. because the next fight is gonna hurt Andy big time. With the war chance buff, with the Lord's leadership, with the upgraded units, the Isengard gonna be super hard to deal with. Wildman of Dunland special summon once again. Which is again a mistake in my opinion. Why would you summon it there? Maybe you can summon it and go for an all-in fight?
I think he just doesn't care about that ability a whole lot. We have Gimli's dad on the field now.
Oh, Gimli's daddy is coming, Gloin. There we go.
Oh.
I just think that's... Oh, be careful. Get away, get away, get away. Oh my god, Gimli's homeless now. Homeless old bearded man. Run for your life, but there is not... Actually, he's not chasing him for some reason.
Should just jump in the lake and hide.
Yes, just jump here, you know. Go swim around. Oh, he's trying to get back. Oh, he's healing over time. Imagine now being, you know, using the leap attack when they're all clumped. That would be crazy. And nice action, nice positioning here. Look at that. He's going for it. Ooh, yeah, Superman. But he's not even killing them anymore, not one-shotting them since they are upgraded. And Gimli, ladies and gentlemen, will be taken down here. And Andy is calling it GG, well played. That's gonna be game number 1. Andy has been defeated. And the victory will go to the Russian player Imperialist. In the game number 1. On the map Eastfold.
So even though Andy lost that, I think this is still a game that should make you optimistic for Andy. Because if he just plays the early game a little bit smarter, I think he just uses his stuff a bit better than Imperialist. Just don't give Imperialist that much map control, and
okay, what do you think? What do you predict for the next map?
Oh, you know what I predict.
Yeah, Forza Horizon. Let's see. We're gonna spin the wheel, and it's gonna be Eastfold again. I mean, interesting because to be honest, we didn't get to see Eastfold now in the last 5 to 6 matches. But before we jump into it, let me actually edit the scoreboard. Imperialist having a lead over Andy-san and is only 2 wins away from getting qualified to the semifinals.
So I think out of the 4 choices that there are, Andy can be very happy if it's either Fords or Eastfold, because both are maps where you can creep a troll and you get an in for it. Whereas on Westfold and Jungles, you don't have an in. And, you have trolls, but on Westfold, it's pretty risky to creep it.
Yeah. Again, this map, yes. Unlucky. Okay, everyone is ready. We're gonna see the same matchup on the exact same map in the game number 2. The first game was quite interesting and entertaining. Let's see if we can see a better start from Andy-san, which leads him to a snowball and win the game for himself, or if Imperialist gonna win the game number 2 as well and bring himself a step closer to the semifinals. Alright, we have the red dwarf player from Portugal, Andy-san. And here we have the green Isengard player from Russia, Imperialist. Now they switched actually the sides. Isengard was on the bot side. Never mind. Yes. Or? Yeah.
Yes.
Does it change anything about the matchup? No, right?
I don't think so.
It depends. Because everything is perfectly balanced. The maps are quite even. Doesn't really matter. Unlike in BFME 1, sometimes it matters so much on which side you are actually with, which faction you play. Because in Rise of the Witch King it's balanced, it does not really matter too much.
So I'm really hoping to see a troll creep start from Andy if he wants to creep, which he usually wants to.
And we're definitely gonna get to see some pikes in my opinion as well.
No, it's Guardian Rush, okay. But the builder is spotted, it seems. Very unlucky.
Yeah, that's true.
How does he handle that situation now? I think he's just going to do it with the other builder now and make Eisen focus on the first one.
I mean, what's quite interesting is that Imperialist was always picking random factions so far in the tournaments, but against Andy-san he chooses to pick Isengard.
Okay, let's hope he does not run into this Furnace here, which is there to spot, obviously, and he's not.
He's not gonna do that.
So that's already a safe kill for him then.
Yeah, this Furnace is gonna go down for sure.
What I would really love him to do right now is the builder in the northwest. Just make a mineshaft next to that inn and creep the troll while you're pushing with the guardians.
Yeah, because the hobbits were actually quite useful in the previous game.
Very useful. But he's making a third battalion of guardians.
You know what I would like to see, Solas? I would like to see, getting a Hall of Warriors to level 2, purchasing the siege hammers and then going for an all-in fight. Would be so nice to see. Because those guardians with the siege hammers, they are, bursting the fortress down within seconds.
True.
But it is like die or live situation, so if you're gonna fail, the game is gonna be over pretty much. King Doom, welcome to the stream. All you gotta do for the brackets is !worlds in the chat. Worlds. Don't forget this S, okay? It's quite important. Then the link will approach and you can click on the link and you will be able to see the online bracket.
So it's been a farm for a farm so far.
Yeah.
But the good news for Andy is that Imperialist's 3rd battalion was pikes, which aren't gonna help much here.
Yeah, they're gonna die here against the Guardians, but on the other side, in the Porcupine formation, they are quite tanky. So
yeah,
maybe focusing them down.
The crossbows, he needs to attack them.
Yeah, definitely.
Although, I mean, he's killing all the pikes, which Imperialist probably made to creep, which now he can't do, so...
Yeah.
And that's a second Furnace going down.
Yeah.
And more Guardians coming from the north.
That's crazy, actually. And there is nothing that can actually stop them. The Guardians are almost level 2, but they're gonna die now. Crossbowmen are disengaging. Urukai are joining the battlefield. 2 Furnaces are down. In the meantime, these units are looking for another Furnace here. There is one on this side, but he couldn't see them. And Warg Pegs are on the field, though they're gonna be able to deal with the Guardians. Especially with the whole ability being active.
And if we take a look at the big picture right now, again, if you look at Andy's mineshafts, there's 2 Guardians in there, which he's been making so far, and only now has he made the pikes.
Yeah.
Now just look at how focused Imperialist was on just defending, and look at how safely Andy could have creeped anything on the map. The timing is just a little bit off right now. If he comes with phalanxes now, it's much more likely that Imperialist finds them while they're creeping.
He was still able to take down the mineshaft, which is good for the Green Isengard player. Now he's finally doing that what Solas was suggesting him to do. Like in the past 5 minutes, he's going for the creep on the bottom right side, the troll. A little bit creeps down. And Isengard is attacking from this side of the map in the meantime.
This could be annoying.
Yeah.
Crossbows and works coming.
Builder needs to be careful. Trying to get in safety by building a mineshaft, actually. Crossbowmen are gonna be strong. The creep's still secured by the red dwarf player Andy-san, as well as the treasure. And we have King Brand on the field.
Yeah, very early again.
I mean, last game, King Brand was really on points. Let's see if he can do the same thing also in this game number 2. But also, last game, Imperialist was just overcommitting and giving him too many chances to actually... which actually, end up feeding the King Brands big time. Remember, in the first 10 minutes, King Brand was already level 7. And these Warg Pegs are dying to the Guardians with the charge attack.
Yes, Brand is helping, but yes.
But Isengard is putting in some nice work as well. So.
Yes, annoying harassment in Andy's base. But he's getting hobbits, he has Brand, once again, he has the better units.
But I mean, Solas, correct me if I'm wrong. In the last game, we could see that Andy-san was winning the fights, but it was still not enough to win the game. Because I think he was just not focusing on objectives. You know, he was focusing on how to win the fights, macroing his units, but never actually macroing them good enough to take down the furnaces. And Isengard was, you know, sitting on 1000 command points pretty much like in the last 10 minutes of the game number 1. What would you say, how can you avoid that? And how could Andy-san win the last game, and how can he actually win this game? At this current situation, like it is now.
Right now, he doesn't have a lot of choice. If he commits to trying to reduce Isengard's map control, he might just risk losing a lot of units. So it's a similar plan once again. Right now he's forced to just press as much value out of his high-tech units as he can, which he is trying. Hobbits and Brand getting some work done.
He should have gone for the slam shot ability, but he didn't go for it. I mean, it's an ability which actually recharging quite fast. So you can just get it on cooldown, in my opinion, at least. Whenever you have the opportunity. Yeah. Nice. But this fight is, I mean, now Isengard is doing the same thing again like in the last game. He's just giving too much experience here for the King Brands. But now he needs to be careful. Who is level 3 by the way? And he's creeping the troll at the top left side as well.
Oh, very good. That makes me very hopeful for Andy, because that just is such a big boost for dwarves.
Should be able to defend this attack. That is not too much.
Yeah, he needs to get Brand out of the other mineshaft now. Oh, I love that he's making a statue here. He knows that holding the in spot is #1 priority right now.
Yeah. But he needs to definitely bring some reinforcements, because the statue not gonna help you if you don't have any units on the field.
Watch out.
True.
Offspringer_JAUU entering the ship. Ahoy, matey.
Thank you so much for the follow, Offspringer Joe. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Alright, the statue will be taken down. The build has been taken down as well, by the way, from the red dwarf player Andy-san on the bottom right side, which is unfortunate. Especially the builder is gonna hurt you big time. You need really at least 2 builders on the field with the dwarf faction, so you can actually build at different places at the same time. And don't underestimate the cost of the builder. They cost 500 each.
I would have expected Andy to put up more of a fight at that spot, but seems like he just didn't have anything.
Yeah, he didn't have anything on the field, to be honest. Besides a couple of hobbits here coming from the inn, but the inn on the bottom right side is now also being under control from the Isengard player. That means we might get to see some of these Black Orc warriors on the field, even though I don't think that they're gonna be necessary at this point. And yeah, Creebine again unlocked. We're gonna keep an eye on the power points. So Isengard has Creebine and Warchant and almost 5 power points collected. We have 625 command points available. On the other side, we have 10 power points from Andy-san and 525 command points. He's gonna choose the Hobbit special summon, by the way. And like you said, Solas, so far Creebine in the buff 2 games, I mean in the last 2 games, in the last game and this game, sorry, is still doing a great thing. And super effective when it comes to win those fights for the Isengard's player. King Brand almost level 5 though, that's something. But also this game is not looking very good for Andy-san. What would you say, Solas?
Yeah, he still has an inn. He has 2 halls and a forge. So he spent a lot of money. I mean, it's the same story really as first game. If he gets a lucky trample again with this wagon, maybe he can make something happen. But then again, by the time that happens, Isengard is going to have half the map. And if you have so much eco, it doesn't matter if you lose units. You can't just make twice as much.
Nice slam shot here. Level 5 unlocked for King Brand. The Hobbit's gonna get killed from the crossbow man. And he has the inn on the bottom right side and on the top left side, both under control, which is good. We're gonna get some battle wagons on the fields now.
Yes.
And there are no pikemen, so... Again, man of
Looks
the hill.
like... Yeah, understandable. It looks like Andy thought he needed to use hobbits there to save Brand. I think he might not have, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah, it's a swap. Almost level 6. You know, I would like to see some different units here from Andy's, and why not extroverts, why not Man of the Hill? Especially now with the King Brand, you know, unlocking his Train Archer's ability could be really
Yo ho ho
good.
ho, Doom just became a pirate.
Yeah, Man of Tail for sure. Axe throwers wouldn't do much, but definitely want something you can put in a tower that can support from behind.
Yeah. And we have, again, Lords on the field. It's like the last game. I hope the result is not gonna be the same for Andy-san. Thank you so much for the follow, Doom, by the way. Appreciate it. Welcome. And he's moving now through the top side and through the middle. But he has just not enough units on the field, in my opinion.
I think he might just get a bit lucky here with that hit squad in the north. Get some damage done, distract Eisen.
Oh, slam shot might be good here.
Yeah, slam shot.
Oof. Level 6 now. Could be better, but nice micro here. He was actually paying attention. Trying to...
Brand.
Brand should be fine, I think. He should be able to get away. Oh, never mind. He's taking too much damage from the Warg Riders. Devastation was used. He can't really stop. Fortune ability has been used.
He can buy heal.
Yeah, he can buy heal.
Wagon is coming.
Should be able to get away, or? Yeah. He's
Yes,
trying to micro. Pikes are coming for the reinforcements, so... Oh.
Well done.
Heal has been used. Nice bait. Battle Wagon. Gotta be careful. Never mind. Warg Riders are dying. And now he can turn around. In the meantime, as you said, Solas, there are units from the Dwarf player. There is no defense from Isengard, so he's gonna lose those furnaces.
Yeah.
Lutz might be in trouble. What is Lutz doing there? Oh my godness. Lutz is like, take my life or something. He's gonna die. And
wow.
last it got by King Brand, who's again level 7, also in the game number 2.
Wow. By the way, did the first wagon die?
I didn't see.
Oh no, they're both in the mine shafts. Okay.
Yeah. This is gonna go down for sure. In the meantime, with a fight, Creebine was used. King Brand, where is King Brand? I think he's regenerating, there we go. He's level 7, and so far the slam shot ability was coming in clutch for the Dwarf player Andy-san.
So it's almost funny how similar the situation is, like in game 1. But I would even say that Andy has a slightly better situation right now. Lurtz is dead once again, Brand is 7 once again, he has Man of Dale, Battle Wagons once again. But Isengard has less eco. And Andy has both ins, so
Watch
that's really
out.
good.
The Devil Dog entering the ship. Ahoy, matey.
Thank you so much for the follow, the Devil Dog. But unlike in the last game, remember in the last game, instead of Devastation, Isengard went for the Wildman of Dunland special summon. And this time he went actually for the faster eco, which is not gonna be bad for Isengard, because let's be real, the Wildman of Dunland special summon did basically nothing in the previous game.
Yes, good point. Also, one thing I just want to slap the hell out of Andy for is he's making a third Hall of Warriors. Like, don't you think that's a bit too much, Andy? Don't you think you could use some Men of Dale now?
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, to be honest, yeah, the fights are not going too bad for Andy-san, but on the other side, he has barely any map control again, and I mean, in the meantime, Isengard is expanding. Look, he has almost 925 command points now. Again, 10, almost 11 power points. And yeah, the power points are quite equal, but Andy is so far behind in terms of resource income.
Oh, there's that Wildman summon again.
Yeah.
Andy is way too shy with his wagons in this fight. Why isn't he just supporting with the Men of Dale?
Yeah, I mean, they have all the Men of Dale's upgrades, so they can actually, you know, you can keep them in the range. They're gonna be useful anyway. And King Brands is actually dead.
Oh my god, these games, they just go from great situation for Andy, and then a minute later he seems to be dead.
But he just died to a pike battalion, dude. This is unfortunate. Yet even heal ability available, I think. Maybe not, but Andy's calling it GG already.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, Imperialist having a 2-0 lead against Andy-san in the quarterfinals. Now, if Andy wants to actually get to the semifinals, he needs to win all 3 games in a row. I'm not gonna ask Solas which map is gonna be the next one because we already know the answer. Let's spin the wheel and hope that he is right this time, because I would also like to see Forts of Eisen once. Let's see. Oh, Eastfold again.
What?
We're gonna spin one more time. I think this is bugged. Let's do it one more time. I think no one is gonna complain about it. Forts of Eisen, Westfold, Jungles of Farharat, and Eastfold. We're gonna put all 4 in again, and we're gonna hope that we're not gonna see Eastfold again, by the way. Let's see. Jungles of Farharat it is gonna be this time. No Forts of Eisen until yet. But we're gonna edit the scoreboard. 1 second. There we go. A great performance in the tournament so far from the Russian player Imperialist. But we gotta also add that Andy-san is quite rusty. He was not an active player in the last couple of weeks, even months. Yeah. So we're gonna see the same matchup again. I'm guessing Imperialist is just picking Isengard to counter the Dwarf faction? Or would you say that Isengard is a counter to Dwarves in general? Solas.
Probably yes. Mostly just because of Creepine, as I keep saying, it's just an insane power. Also jungles now. I think the worst map that Andy could have gotten is Westfold, then jungles, then Eastfold, and the best one for him would probably be Fords. This map is slightly better for him than Westfold because it has 2 trolls, and I think it's just a bit better for dwarves insofar as it has like a lot of lanes to come from. Eisen has to scout a lot, so
yeah,
more chances to get lucky, basically.
The screensaver is from a program from Steam which is called Wallpaper Engine. Sponsy, thank you so much for the follow. Before we actually...
Yo-ho-ho-ho, Sponzy just became a pirate.
Before we jump right into it, let me actually do something. Okay. Guys, if you see anyone who's trolling and actually coming with negativity, please make sure to just time him out, you know, don't even bother start a discussion. We are here to have fun, and if there is someone who's actually only complaining, then kick him out. Alright, we're gonna go into the game number 3. Again, the Isengard Dwarf matchup, this time on the map Jungles of Farharat. Andy-san, unfortunately, is 0-2 behind. If he loses that one, he's gonna be disqualified from the tournament. And
disqualified?
No, not disqualified, but eliminated. That sounds even harder, you know.
So, yeah, I get it.
Eastfold, what is the big difference here between Eastfold and Jungles of Farharat Solas for the dwarf player Andy-san on the top sides? And can he do something, maybe something else? Because we have seen 2 times in a row the same game style, which didn't work against the Isengard faction. So we might, why not something else? Why not Man of Dale? You know?
Yeah.
Instead of 3 Hall of Warriors, so it'd be a different thing to see. And we're gonna have a work pit start from Isengard here.
Okay. Well, I guess the reasoning behind that is that it's a big map, and he's maybe counting on Andy doing a Guardian Rush again. If Andy's not doing that, which I think he won't, then that's good for him.
Yeah.
So let's see. Obviously, the other big difference is that there's no inns on this map, but 2 single fires, which probably help Isengard a little bit more than Dwarf in this situation.
Yeah, to spot those mineshafts, obviously. But we have also Creebine start from Isengard now in the game number 3 against the Dwarf player.
Andy's really not lucky this series. I mean, he's starting Guardians now.
Yeah, unfortunately. And I think Creebine is good because remember, once you get your work packs on the field, they have a whole ability which is something like War Chant. So you have War Chant anyway in their kit, also on the Work Riders. And since you can't stack the whole ability with the War Chant, you have this way a debuff and buff at the same time. And also he was using this builder actually to scout the area, so I think he was able to spot this mineshaft here on the bottom right side.
Yeah.
From Andy-san.
Oh, I think he... Or did he? The works aren't going there.
Or maybe he didn't.
Also, Imperialist is playing very greedy. He did a 4th Furnace before the Uruk pit.
Yeah. Now he's gonna go for the Uruk pit, obviously. But Andy-san has the chance to... Yeah, but to be honest, there are no pikes here from Andy-san. Still not. Also, the 2nd battalion is gonna be Guardians. So it's the same game style like in the game number 2. He doesn't go for the creep, he wanna go for the attack.
But I think since Andy's waiting for 2 battalions and Imperialist is sending out all of his works, this might just go well for him still.
Let's see. We're gonna see that. This is the vision control from the Isengard player, so he sees them coming now. Now he needs to turn early rallying call actually. Why that early? I don't understand that.
He wants to split the units up then.
He's gonna just demolish the mineshafts here. The work packs are running into the fortress, which is questionable.
Builder going down for Andy.
Oh no.
Well...
He should be able to defend that with the Creebine and with the whole ability from those work packs. And Andy won't be able to deal too much damage here to the Russian player also. Another very great start here from the Russian player in the series. And yeah, he's really close to get qualified to the semifinals.
And also, same story again. He made 1 more Guardian battalion, which isn't going to do anything.
Yeah.
And he could already be creeping, but he's not, so... Even the follow-up is going to be bad once again.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's doubling down on attacking again, this time with the pikes, I guess. And that's going to be probably his last move for this game. I don't see how he comes back here.
Yeah, I don't see a comeback from this situation as well. I mean, yeah, we should not always blame Andy-san. I think also we need to say, you know, good things about Imperialist. He was doing a fantastic job so far in the tournament, looking quite strong. It's gonna be quite challenging here for Mr. Smog, who was able to get qualified to the semifinals already, as he won against Rambo 4000 yesterday. We have also 2 more games to go between C-Knight and Irby, so Irby is gonna be also a big deal, or Rambo or C-Knight, depends. C-Knight was also putting in some nice work in the group stage. And on the other side we have SP Quar and Liom 666. So as you remember, we casted that game together, Liom against Fairy.
Oh yes.
And
I want to commentate that one, SPKR versus Liam. I'm looking forward.
Yeah, I'm looking forward as well, especially because they had like something going on, you know, in personal issues between each other, and they were challenging each other. You know, I want to play against him, best 5 games everyone can watch, but that's gonna be the time like 70 people gonna be able to watch. And I'm actually expecting some trash talk in the global chat.
SPKR asked me for some tips even for this series.
Yeah, that's gonna be probably Friday, so in 2 days. And in Saturday we will get the last quarterfinal game between C-Knight and Irby. Irby quite strong player as well. C-Knight, another player who's always pre-picking Isengard faction. But I don't want to say that, you know, I don't want to say that one of these players is favorite, because we have seen also today and yesterday that favorites all not gonna winning all the games actually, because you know, Fairy was favorites, right, in the games against Lion. And what happened was not very good for Fairy, to be honest.
By the way, Andy just produced a battle wagon. It came out and got killed by wargs immediately.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean, this is not looking very good for Andy-san, to be honest. He's quite behind in terms of power points and in terms of command points. It's looking much worse for Andy-san like in the previous game. In the previous 2 games, it was looking much more even in my opinion. Especially at this stage of the game. And he was always able to catch up with the power points. Now he's even behind in terms of power points. And I'm afraid that this game is not gonna last as long as the last 2 games. With the same matchup. Solas versus Ectelion. Take my money.
Versus who?
Ectelion. I don't know who that is. I've heard that he's, you know, being a BFME 2 player, but I've never seen him playing Rise of the Witch King. Does he even play Rise of the Witch King?
That's the comment I often get, like, what's the point? I don't play
Watch out.
BFME 2,
DJ Solus entering the ship. Ahoy, matey.
Yeah, that's something I don't understand as well. I mean, look at that. Imperialist is also playing BFME 2. And if Ectelion plays Rise of the Witch King, why not, you know? But why should they play on a game which, you know, Solas is gonna be handicapped on BFME 2 and he gonna be handicapped in Rise of the Witch King? So I think it does not make too much sense. By the way, back to the game. That was the game number 3. We gotta say congratulations to the Russian player Imperialist. He is now being in the semi-finals and waiting for his opponents. Either it's gonna be Irby or C-Knight. We're gonna take a look into that. 1 second. I'm just gonna show you what's gonna happen. So we have done 2 games out of 4. We have still 2 more games to go. Online brackets. We're gonna edit that. 1 second. I was not expecting such a thing, by the way. To be honest, I'm a bit surprised. I was expecting close games, but yeah, unfortunate here for Andy-san. Imperialist now being in the semifinals, as you can see. We're gonna wait till the games between Irby and C-Knight gonna happen, which is gonna be Saturday. And Liam against Espiquar will be at Friday. So 2 days from now. And then we're gonna start with the semifinals, hopefully at Sunday. To set up a date, guys, by the way, we're gonna date the grand final of the tournaments for the next Sunday. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday is gonna be grand final. And before we're gonna say goodbye, let's actually, Solas, maybe you wanna say something about the Palantir you are actually creating. There is also gonna be a Discord channel. There is already a Discord channel. I'm just gonna send you guys the link, so feel just more than free to join the Discord from Solas. I'm gonna be following that, because as we gonna finish this tournament, I'm gonna start playing Rise of the Witch King by myself. Joining for the next tournaments.
So yeah, I'm gonna host a talk show. Episode 1's gonna be on the 4th of October. The main focus is gonna be strategy. We're also gonna have a little news segment at the start of it, where I tell you everything that's been going on in this game so far. Yeah, just come, hang out, maybe learn something about the game, maybe improve. I hope we're gonna have a good time there.
Yeah, I've sent you guys the link in the Discord and the Twitch chat. Just click on it and you will be connected. I'm really excited to see that, because I've seen many gameplays and commentary videos, but I've never seen something like that. Imperialist, congratulations, my friends. And thank you, Andy-san, so much for the participation. And especially Solas, thank you so much for the co-commentary. We're gonna definitely commentate also the games between Liam666 and Espiquar together with Solas.
Yes.
Which is gonna happen at Friday. Saturday we will be back again with the quarterfinals, the last match between RB and C-Knight. And maybe even after those games at Saturday or Sunday, we will be getting our semifinals. One is gonna be between Mr. Smog against either Espicoir or Lion. And the other one will be between Imperialist, either against C-Knight or RB. And as always, if you are watching that at the live stream, please make sure to follow the stream to not miss any of those tournament games. Also leave a follow to Solas, to Abba especially, you know, the Destroyer. Eternal, there are a bunch of actually streamers in Rise of the Witch King. Show them some sport, guys. And if you're watching it over at YouTube, please make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think we are done for today. It's also quite late. I gotta work tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Is there anyone who's actually streaming? Let's check. Maybe we can host someone. Sebubu is streaming, so we're gonna let's actually host Sebubu. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Take care of yourself and see you next time. Peace.